I'm a huge enjoyer of tea, specifically some nice hot Earl Grey. But today I won't be talking about Earl Grey or any other type of actual tea. Today I will be talking about an application named Tea. Now, what is this application? This application is basically an app created for women in order to kind of give information to other women about men on dating apps to basically, and in quotes, make dating safer or better, basically. And it was at one point the most downloaded app on the App Store, which is a very interesting thing. Now, it's an okay idea. Like, I will be honest, it's an okay idea to have an app in which people can discuss, or kind of not behind the bag, but kind of like give information on people, because there are a lot of people who you actually go and meet and you realize, okay, this guy, this person is actually like weird. The problem arises, with the type of content that is like, with the type of information that is shared about these people. You know how it's very privacy invasive, and that there isn't like an app for men. This doesn't apply to the other race. This doesn't apply to the other sex, basically, right? Like, there isn't. If men made an app like this, like for example, cold beer or something like that, it will get taken down immediately. I think, in fact, there was an app like that, and it did get taken down. Now, that is one of the hugest double standards ever, and I think it is the best way to showcase this specific, double standard of kind of preferential treatment, of what kind of one person can say about another, but the other can't say about, that first person. Now, the huge controversy surrounding this is that this app got hacked. Yes, indeed, it got hacked. And the people, or rather the ladies, who were sharing a lot of personal information, a lot of sensitive information about other people with each other, which in fact is called doxing, got doxed themselves. And not only does now the whole internet see exactly what kind of people were on this app, we see exactly what kind of people were on this app, and what they say, because this hack occurred, and it was just a full-on movie level hack. Like this, like, I'm not saying this was like a good thing, for legal purposes. I can't say that a security breach like that is a good thing. Obviously, it's a very bad thing. And also, this I will not be sharing any links, nothing like that. I won't be telling chat, y'all, where this is, but I know that online there, all of this data is on a specific website where it's just like, I think it was like 52 gigabytes of license plates, images, addresses, just everything, just full on huge doxing. I think it also kind of teaches you a little bit about online security, like what kind of, like, to think twice before putting your information on a website, because once you put your like information on a platform, like your license plate or your name, your credentials, everything, like your card, you now trust that platform to keep that information secure, and you really have to trust that platform. Personally, I really am very vague about giving information to platforms. Like, very rarely do I try and give stuff like that to platforms, because data breaches happen like every day, and you never know when a huge site or a site that is a little smaller and has weaker security will get breached. So you need to be really careful about what you put where you put it, right? And is this really worth it, type of thing, right? And the information got leaked from this app, and it turns out, very, very interestingly, that all of these women that were there were very ugly, very fat, a lot of them. And I'm not one to sit here, and judge, but I think that is exactly the type of person to be very, how do I put this, like negative towards other people, very kind of critical, like very like like to be participating in this kind of behavior. I would say that. Now I'm personally not a person who even has legal access to these apps. Like I will be honest, with you, but I still do want to give my take on this kind of whole situation with everything that I've seen over the years, online and stuff like that. And yeah, so basically, the whole internet right now is just raving about this, this app where, basically it was just a bunch of fat, ugly women who were just, dunking, being very negative towards other people who probably didn't even like deserve it. And I think that kind of really puts into perspective what kind of people are online saying these things, like what kind of people are like very critical, like in that way, against other people. And it's very interesting to see this kind of whole thing unravel, right? To kind of see, because it's also, I think, a little bit of karma, right? You share like uh information like that, you kind of talk shit behind people's backs, and then you get exposed for it. You get kind of sent to the little little back payment, which is just I think it's just another day of good karma situation. Stuff like that. But yeah, so basically whenever this happened, at first I was like, okay, what is this tea app? I thought it was an app for like actual tea, like tea information, and was involved in some controversy, because I drink a lot of tea. Like tea is very good. Like if any of you watching actually want to try some tea out, an actual good tea, not some BS, never buy bagged is horrible. Buy a loose leaf Earl Grey. Uh boil some water, pour in some boiling hot water over 1 teaspoon of Earl Grey, 2/3 of the cup. Let it steep for 3 minutes, pour in some room temperature water, and you will have the best cup of tea ever. That is the best, most balanced cup of tea. But that's just my personal opinion on tea, nothing to do with this. So yeah, this happened. It's very as much as I want to be the very, how do I put this? Uh Socially aware, third party, not really having too strong of an opinion guy. I think it's very it's very funny to see this. It is, because there's this one meme where it's like a very fat, like ugly girl, and then a very like pretty girl, and the fat one's like, she's not good enough, like she's not interested, it's like, I think a psychologist is required to explain it perfectly, because I'm not one. But it's just that it's very, how do I put this, it's very jealousy induced type of stuff, right? And it hides these kind of negative opinions. For these people, usually hide behind some sort of fake agenda towards, like some sort of standards or something like that, right? Or some like flags or something, like in that kind of way, which I think that is true. But yeah, so basically, this app was also not in the European Union, primarily because, guess what? It lacked security. Basically, this app was not available in the EU, because the security was very weak, at least by European Union standards. And I'm a person who lives in the EU, and I can be thankful enough for the European Union, because like the European Union, I think, is the best like system of government in the whole world. Like I swear, like the European Union, like we don't have so much nonsense that other countries have. Like we have it like so much better than other countries. Like I just want to be thankful for that. Like our like European Union, like you won't get shit food. Right, in the EU, we have very good food standards. We have high security standards. We have actual democracy, like as you can see with Stop Killing Games, or we have a petition now. It's signed and it's going to be introduced. The European Union got us the USB-C port, for iPhones, which is thank God. Basically, and that's just the mainstream things I'm saying. There are a lot more like kind of things that I can like specifically name right now that I just know exist, in the EU. But basically, yeah. So basically, a lot of people in the EU were spared from this app. But yeah. So that's kind of that situation. That's the tea spilling situation, which is it's I literally learned about it yesterday, and it was so interesting that I decided to make a video about it. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Live long and prosper.